Hello everyone, this is Eddie, and today we are going to take a look at the new release of this Exoton, which is pretty much similar to the current version of Boss S1 Pro. It's a pretty new one. I believe this was in Amazon from the 2023 end of the October. So we'll give it a brief introduction of this one and versus the current, the best one from Everse, which costs like $750. The new one, Exoton, only costs $200. And the first one to explain is all the three-way mixer of the EQs. Similar to the Boss S1 Pros, it has 3 channels to input, and this is for either microphones or the guitars. You can set in the treble for the low treble, which for the high frequency, the bass, and the reverb, which is the echoes, and the volumes. So besides of that, you also has a preset EQ DSP. This is DSP have this version of the club. This is the club, music, and karaoke, etc. So basically that will do a little bit of the EQ of the input AUX input. And there are some batteries, the lights to show how much batteries is left. Well, the battery is not that powerful. They said 6 hours compared with Everse 8, which are like 12 hours. Well, it's 3 times the price difference, right? You can imagine that. And you also have a line output, which means you can tie 2 of them together. I believe they do have this TWS support to connect 2 of the speakers together. So, well, that's pretty much of it. It has this line or gain input switch. It's a pretty powerful, like a 3-way. The shape of it is nearly identical to the current Boss S1 Pro, and it's slightly larger. And the package is pretty simple. Two drawbacks. The first one is they do not come with the cables. It's a pretty standard 3-pin cables. As you can see, we have this Everse 8, but they do not come with it. The second one was the wrapper's plastic has a super strong smell. I really don't like it. Maybe because that's too new. Well, as for me, when I smell it, it's so bad. This plastic, not like the Everse 8, it's very strong and clean. Well, but that's not impact their performance in the music. And yeah, we will give you guys 2 comparisons. One with the microphones. I will test with my Sennheiser E945, and also we will play some music from Bluetooth, and you guys can compare. Is that the 3 times difference, $750 Everse 8 versus the only $200 Exoton? That's it.
轻抽出我的手，直到思念从此生根华年，从此停顿，热泪在心中汇成河流，热泪在心中汇成河流。 路口旁找不到一朵相送的花，就把祝福别在襟上吧，而明日有个天涯。让我与你握别，再轻轻抽出我的手，是那样万般无奈的凝视，路口旁找不到一朵相送的花，就把祝福别在襟上吧，而明日有个天涯。
割舍了是非，一去不回。如今我是做梦的人啊，承认若是流连忘返啊，等潮起来临，我终记起你的样子。我没看过你蹒跚，就怎么住？ 说再见，我也在经不起离别。在这之前，别说再见，我已经开始了想念。在这之前，别说再见，请帮我停住这时间，就这样，别安慰。
Okay guys, so the last section of the music compare, everything was flat, and now we are plugging two microphones. Those are identical with the Sennheiser E945, and they are connected by this wireless XLR transmitter receiver, I believe from the Tango, or they call it Joyu, they change their names of brand, but I try to keeping the difference consistency. So let's see how it sounds like with these 200 microphones. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Just 1 second. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. As you can hear, the sound is quite similar. If I didn't tell you, this one should come in from the right side. This is the Exoton microphone. Testing. This is from the Everse 8. The Everse 8 is a little bit open. You know, everything was a flat EQ. And normally we don't need to like a microphone to your list, but this microphone was pretty clear. You can to your list is still very crispy clear, and everything was the EQ was flat. The treble, the bass, everything was just zero in the middle. As you can tune the EQ to have more boost on the high frequencies with the trebles. As you can see, the Everse 8 is more like a rich in the middle sound, and it's more open, like I can see. And this is $200 Exoton. At this price range, I would say it did a pretty good job. Compared with Everse 8, it needs a little bit EQ. As you can see, if everything was flat, it's not that a pleasing sound. The EQ can increase a lot, like the high frequency are usually boosted by +4, and then their compositions and also other features to make your voice much better. I closed all of them. With the Exoton, the sound itself is already good enough, I can hear, because, and for now, I already closed all the features of the reverb. Let's add in a little bit of the reverb. Okay, testing, this is the reverb. As you can hear, it will make you sound a little bit delay. Okay, I can hear the echoes, right? You can add in more and more, right? Now everything was low. And also we can play with the EQ. Usually when we are seeing the sound, we want to increase the treble. I will increase the treble now. As you can hear my voices. If we increase the trebles, it will be more clear in the high end. Sometimes people will feel this a little bit of fatigue, but it's better for the vocal wards. Because everything was flat. Well, Everse 8 can also do the EQs I will not do it here because we all know it did a good job. But if for speech or ceremonies, this one is already clear enough. And now let's go back, everything was flat. Okay? This is a microphone testing with everything flat with Exoton. This is microphone testing with Everse 8. What do you think? Is that $200 speakers worth the price? Or the 3 times more expensive Everse 8 is more powerful? My opinion is, I also owned the Bose S1 Pro before, and at this price range, $200, it is definitely doing a quite similar 90% of the Bose S1 Pro. The drawback is one of the bass is a little bit weak compared with Bose, and but Bose is $500. These two of them are only like $200. So the price difference is like 40%. For less than half of the price, this thing already does a very good job. And in their website, they said the warranty is forever, like a lifetime. I don't know how long that would last. And this is not their first speakers. They previously do the generation of the speakers. Okay, I think that's done for the microphone testing. I will do a little bit summary. Oh, and I really like the way that they copy a lot of things from the Bose S1 Pro. And the switch for Everse 8 was an on and off switch, and also for the Exoton is similar on and off. I really love it, and I would say it's a really good job they did within $200 price range. It has Bluetooth, it has power, battery, only 6 hours, and yeah, it's pretty good. Well, the bass a little bit subtle, but for voice vocals, especially when you're doing karaoke, the bass is not that needed. Like human voices couldn't be like too bass. The only exception is for the beatbox. Okay, so my only complaint was if you buy this one, you need to put it outside of doors for several days because the plastic has a super strong smells. Versus Everse 8, there's no smell of this plastic. And the microphone boost, this is a lot of the long-term complaint from the Bose S1 Pro users. I was a Bose S1 Pro users, and that's the reason, one of the reasons I upgraded to the Everse 8. From what I can tell, the microphone boost is stronger. This one is stronger than the Bose S1 Pro. For a small size, the karaoke is sufficient enough. But if you are talking about 550 or 100 people, that were still a little bit weaker than the Everse 8. Since this is only $200, we don't need to worry too much about the specs. Like for example, SPL, Everse 8 can reach up to 120s. My personal usage never reached over 100. Like this is just the home usage, like a karaoke things, very simple setup. And I do recommend, instead of these 200 microphones and transmitters, this will be a very good budget for the home karaoke setup. For example, you can buy 2 of this for $400. And I recommend the Beta 58A. That microphone currently on sale for $130. So with 2 of them and everything wired, you can have the similar effect of the home karaoke. But and also from the weight point is lighter than the Everse 8. I would say it did a pretty good job, and I think that's how the Bluetooth speakers are trending in the futures. All of them have similar structures. As you can see, the Alto is also another brand I also like. They have their own bastard portable Bluetooth speakers. They share the common features like a 3-way mixers, like the echoes, all these features, reverb built in, and they have this Bluetooth AUX in. This is, I think, a very good price range. $200 is unbeatable. Even for the current Alto, Buzzard, and I believe $300, right? Or $250, I forget. But 3 times Everse 8, oh my god, it's hard to decide. It really depends on your budget. Because I upgrade from the Bose S1 Pro, there's no reason for me to downgrade to it. I really want to have something, well, this thing has everything on board. Some people like it, old school fashions, you can twist it in one knob. Versus Everse 8, after I play with it, I can control with my phone with some apps, fancy apps. Of course, it's a better one because 3 times difference, but does it worse? Is that $500 more price really worth it? Well, it's really depending on your budget, depending on your choices. But from current market, as you can see, what you can choose is a normal PA system with external microphone mixers. This will simplify a lot of things. And if you are family users, for example, family karaoke's, and want to plug in your guitars, examples, $200, you have everything. You have mixers, you have good sound, you have the echoes and the crisper clear of the sound, the EQs of the input. It's a pretty good one. I would say the technique has improved. The only concern was if they improve their building materials. I don't think the plastic material was very healthy because it gave me a, oh my god, super strong smell that I really don't like. Besides of that, $200, it has 90% of the Bose S1 Pro. I would say the only difference was the bass. If you ignore the bass, this one is identical or even better than the Bose S1 Pro because it can do the EQs of the AUX input, while the Bose S1 Pro original version, not the plus one can do that. Original version cannot do that. So both cost $500. This is only $200. If you have $400, get a pair of it, it will be much better than the Bose S1 Pro. Okay, that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and this will be the first one opening because while I was releasing this video, there's nobody trying this one in the YouTube, and I think at this price range, it did a very excellent job. But if you guys think that the $750 one has 3 times better than the $200 my feelings like it's not that large. Everse 8 is kind of the top of this Bluetooth portable speakers, but I think it worth maybe around 500, 600, 500. Yeah. For $200, it's already a big bargain. I do not think it can go below 100. That would be too crazy. But for $200, oh my god, this will be a big competitor for current like autos, because auto also lock kind of the bass and the middle range when compared with both S1 Pros. So yeah, that's about it. And this is my setups. Maybe I will have another videos to explain how my karaoke setup. It has a wonderful places, and thanks for watching.